Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hello and welcome to Incredible Adventures in Marketing. It's the podcast where two guys who kind of work in marketing and media talk about stuff that happened to each other. Well, to ourselves, with each other, and we just see what happens. There's not really much of a plan. In fact, Phil hasn't told me what we're talking about tonight, so we're just going to see what happens.
You could introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm Liam Carter, and this is my good friend here, Phil Bretherton. We're both marketing nerds, and we do it for a job, marketing and media and all that kind of stuff, and we just talk about stuff that happens.
Yeah, and last year we had only 5 episodes, and it's been like 6 months.
That's true.
6 months since our last episode.
That's right. This is the first episode for the year, and what better place and time to do it than the Adelaide Podcast Festival?
Yeah.
Phil?
I've been planning this episode since then.
Well, it's good that you've been planning, because I have not even thought about it. No, not at all. I've just been stressing about what he's going to throw at me tonight. So,
Yeah,
Phil?
that might have been why you've had a few beers.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
what do you got for me tonight, Phil?
Well, marketing, I mean, I can't really see the audience being like super into us talking about marketing, like Facebook and analytics, Google.
It's pretty nerdy stuff,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's not very entertaining. So I came up with this idea where I wanted to talk about marketing as if it was the same as talking about going to the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I go to the gym a lot, as you can see.
Yeah, you're a monster.
Yeah. I mean, when you compare us to the Don't Be Blasé boys, obviously you can see... No, all right, carry on.
Well, anyway, okay. So this all started because last year I went to the UK, and it's probably been 10 years since I've been to the UK. Mm-hmm. And every year, my brother, who's like 3 years younger than me, every year he sends me Instagram photos of his guns every year.
Actual guns or muscles?
His muscle guns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year. And for 10 years he's been telling me he's going to arm wrestle me.
Right.
Yeah. So what happened is we get to the UK, and my sister is having her birthday party, and there's loads of people there, like 30, 40 people there, all crowded into a little English house. And my brother says, arm wrestle. Arm wrestle now. Yeah. So it wasn't going to be a private affair. It was everybody.
This is a public spectacle.
Yeah,
This is like the Colosseum.
Yeah, it was just like that, actually.
Okay.
And I for 10 years, I was thinking, he's bigger than me, but I reckon I can, I'll give him a good show. He won't kill me.
Sure.
And so the table's set up. It's all professional. Yeah.
So he'd lined this up. This was just properly thought out, right?
Yeah.
Not like this podcast.
No. And he'd had a few drinks like you.
Sure.
And so we square up, and I put my arm out to arm wrestle him, and nothing at all. Can't even. It's like steel. Can't even.
Couldn't even budge him.
Couldn't even move him an inch. Nothing. It was It was like it's super. And the worst part about it was he wasn't trying to get me down. He knew that I had no chance, so he just kept me there.
Just making extreme eye contact with you?
Yeah, just so I'm like straining as hard as I can, nothing, not even moving. And I tell you what, there's nothing like that which can kind of like, just inspire you to do something about it.
Sure.
Okay, and then I get back to Adelaide, and I see on TV all of these like Hollywood actors who've like got in shape, and they're all saying it's easy, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You just got to put the hours in, you just got to put the effort in. And it just takes a year. That's it. 1 year. So since
1 year of extreme.
Yeah.
What, steroids?
Of just exercising.
Just exercise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
keep it normal.
So it took me till November to actually go, right, I'm going to give this a crack. And so since November, I've been to the gym every second day without fail. So that includes Christmas Day, New Year's Day, without fail.
Really?
And not for short times either, for like an hour, 90 minutes. All because my bro basically just
Smash
me. Yeah, smash
we
me.
don't swear on a marketing podcast, but you know what we're saying.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I don't want to get political, but there's nothing that drives men more than rivalry and goal setting. Men need goals to be happy. Without a goal, a man is not happy. It's that simple. And so that was my goal. I said that's going to be my goal for the year.
To smash your brother.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go to the gym every other day for a year and see what happens. And then go to England and
win
give
the
him another go.
World Championship against
give
your
him
brother.
another go. The thing is, what's really funny is the next day he asked me who won, because that's how much he'd had to drink. He just didn't know. So obviously I told him I won. And so really, I mean, so back to this whole, marketing and gym, it is the exact same thing. I mean, nobody ever says, I went to the gym, tried it for one day, and it didn't work, and so I'm never going to do that ever again. But loads of people say, went on Facebook, tried ads once, didn't work, so I'm never going to do it again. So if you apply the same logic that you apply for the gym as you do for marketing, it's going to work a lot better. It's going to be a much better mental place, and it's better advice, I reckon, than the regular marketing advice.
So it's like social media is the bench press. Monkey bars are SEO. Is that where you kind of?
Well, I've got this stack of cards here, and I've deliberately put them face up so that you can see them, because I'm going to go through them now.
Thank you.
I'm talking about various things to do with the gym and how it's also the exact same for marketing. And if you see one that you like, give it a crack.
Hit me with it.
Give it a crack. Let's go. Okay. So this first one really is more general. It's more life is marketing. People, they think marketing is heaps boring, but it doesn't have to be boring, because life is all about marketing. The way we present ourselves, the way we, go out, dress up nice.
Trying to sell something.
Yeah, you're
whether
trying to sell
yourself or a Cooper's Pale Ale. Sponsor everybody.
And everything is about marketing. This is really just about simplifying it so that everyone understands it, because everyone understands the gym. Okay, so the first one is how you look at yourself with regards to marketing. So when even though I've been going to the gym, I've been like the gym like 60, 70 times in 3 or 4 months. Still, when I get up in the morning, I'm 43 years old, so I'm an old man.
Wow.
Yeah, and I look in the mirror, and if I'll catch myself, and I'll be like, oh shit, am I even going to the gym? I can't even tell.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing.
And then I remember it's how you look at yourself. So I'll just stand up a little bit. And I look better.
Suck your gut in.
Yeah, I look better.
Puff your chest out.
And so marketing is exactly the same. If you think that your business is just going to hell or is just not working, that's how you're looking at it. You could just simply imagine it more as just a period of discovery or a period of learning or a period of failure through which you learn. So really, how you look at yourself and how you look at your business, exactly the same.
I hear that.
Okay, so let's. This is one I actually wrote down quite recently, actually, and that was really, you've got to tell, and this goes back to the whole goal setting. You've got to tell everybody your goal, everyone.
Right.
If you don't tell everybody your goal, and I've just told everyone in the room that I'm going to work out at the gym.
Smash the living bleep out of your brother next time you see him in an arm wrestling tournament.
But the goal is to go to the gym every second day without fail. Okay.
Yes.
So and I've told everyone now, and that now makes it real. Really, I'm accountable to that goal. So next time I see you, you'll be like, "So you still keeping up with the gym?"
Yeah.
And business is the exact same thing. Lots of times people have goals,
but
they don't tell anybody of them. And because they don't tell anyone, they're not really accountable to them, so they don't have to follow through.
Sure.
So again,
what kind of goals might that be? For what kind of goal would a business have?
Well, they might want to say make $100,000 that year.
Yep.
Yeah. So in order to do that, tell everybody, and then it becomes real. And then they've got to work out, okay, so how much have you got to make a month? How much have you got to make a week? How much have you got to make an hour? And then you can you can start setting baby steps or baby goals that work towards that. But at least by telling everybody, it becomes a real thing. It's out there. Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't tell anybody, well, then if you don't make $100,000, nobody ever knew. So, this is one I reckon you can tackle, actually.
Okay. There is a lot of information out there, a lot of junk / conflicting information.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this, Phil.
Well, again, when you first start to work out, you don't really know how to use the machines. You don't really know how to, use the equipment.
I still have no idea.
So what you do is you go on YouTube, like everybody.
Yes.
Okay, and there's
the great oracle of YouTube.
There's probably more videos on YouTube about getting in shape and working out than there is to do with the gym than there is to do with marketing. And there's a hell of a lot of videos on marketing. There are millions of videos to do with working out.
How many people know what they're talking about, though, Phil?
Probably very few. Just like the marketing, there's very few people that know really what they're talking about with regards to that. And so you've got to decide yourself whether the information that you're soaking up, you're reading, you're watching is legit or just rubbish, really. And it just works both ways for the gym. If you take that in mind, that the information for the gym is the same as marketing, then you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Sounds good. I like it.
Here you go. You can definitely get
should I read this one?
You can definitely get that one.
You're going to get injured. No avoiding it. Dealing with the obstacles.
That's right.
What does that mean?
Well, you tell me. Marketing.
Well, yeah, okay. So from a marketer, as I sometimes am, there's always going to be hassles. There's always going to be things that annoy you and that won't work properly. Just today, actually, I have tried to run a campaign on Facebook, right? Now, Facebook doesn't like lots of text in the images that they, if you want to run a screen ad, so I had to pay my designer to make a screen ad. Then Facebook said, no, there's too much text in that, so we're not going to accept that. So I had to go again and say, hey, can you just fix this? Pay him again.
So that injured you financially?
It happened 3 times, Phil. 3 times today.
So you're in real pain?
I was injured and I was was bleeding.
So, that's the same with the gym. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how often you go to the gym, eventually you're going to get injured.
Yeah.
The more you do the same repetitive exercise, you're going to get injured. So again, it's the same thing. If you keep that in mind that, you're going to get injured, you've just got to deal with it and work through it.
Move through.
It's really easy to injure your shoulder or your knee and go, right, that's it, I'm not going to go anymore. But if you just work through it and you just go, no, this is my goal, work through it, you'll find that you can do it. And like you got injured today financially, you work through it, and I bet that Facebook campaign is live now.
No, actually it isn't, but maybe tomorrow we'll see how that goes.
And this is the same as well. Most people are afraid of pain. So people will only go to the gym, they only work out so much because as soon as the pain starts to hit them, they'll stop. And business is a lot like that as well. You've got to be brave. You've got to take steps which you are afraid of taking because you're afraid of maybe investing too much or losing too much or putting too many hours into this. So you're afraid. You're afraid of the pain that might happen, and so you don't do it.
It's true.
But in order to have a successful business, you've got to push through that pain. You've actually got to take risks. You can't just be sitting on your bum hoping that work's going to arrive, for instance. You've got to actually endure uncomfortableness.
I hear you. And just like a true marketer, we've only got limited airtime, Phil, and I'm the annoying guy that's been kicking everybody off the stage. Yeah. So it's only fair that I tell you we've got 2 minutes to go, my good
2 minutes?
2 minutes. Oh, no. My God. We're getting the
Stop it, Andy.
The giant cane is coming across and taking us away.
Okay, well, I'll just leave us on this last one then. Okay,
Hit us.
Human condition.
Do
it. You're going to want to stop doing it. Everybody wants to stop doing it. Nobody likes going to the gym. It's terrible. Okay, you're going to want to stop doing it. Marketing, business, exact same thing. You're going to want to stop doing it.
Give it up for this guy here. He's such a media and marketing nerd. Give him a clap. Hey, I just want to, because we're a marketing podcast, I just want to shill a couple of sponsors. Ozcast Network, Omni Studio, Placard Media, Fresh 92.7, Coopers, The Elephant British Pub, GU Filmhouse Adelaide, Studio Creations, Rumpus Room, Cartel Media, and Helm House. Thank you very much for putting this show on here at the Elephant British Pub. You guys all rock. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.